you fuck my nigga, perfect, but that's it. Like now I'm fucking my nigga, he's mine. Like by dehumanizing the word. Because in every song, every rap song, the word is on there. Every fucking rap song.
Girl, if you don't take a Camila Cabello looking ass out of here.
I know I can't use the word. It's been through my fucking brain. I'm just saying you guys need to stop preaching the word so much.
She's a disgrace to humanity.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that it gives me the pass to say it. It's a slur, not a word. It's a slur and a fucking word. It's a fucking word.
Boy, ain't no way. Boy, ain't no way. Bitch, what?
Do you think you still would have been if you still would have been in the villa without the incident? Honestly, I think I would have been out of there. She's still going and you're still here watching, baby, like a fucking fan that you are. You're a fucking fan talking shit and still watching my shit.
What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you guys are new. Hi, it's Keisha. Nice to meet you all. Get in here because we've got quite a bit to get on into. So we're going to go ahead and talk about Love Island USA season 7. We're going to go ahead and talk about a lot of the problems that's been happening as of recently. But if you guys want to know more and you guys want to know my thoughts and opinions on the show, how I'm finding it, then definitely go ahead and check out my second channel. It's Keisha Uncut. I'll be sure to link it down below for you guys. Over on there, I've been posting so much. I feel like I've been gone from the channel for like 2 weeks, maybe even a little bit longer, and I really do apologize, but I've just been trying to I've been trying to plan things for this channel and see what's my next video gonna be, but I feel like it feels like more work doing that. So I just want to get to a place of just rolling out the content for you guys, but I find it a lot more easier doing that on the second channel, where it just feels a lot more laid back and I pretty much just post anything random that comes to mind, whereas on this channel I feel like it requires a lot more planning and effort, which is cool. You know, that's what I signed up for and I'm more than willing to do that, but there's nothing that's been really interesting for me to give my thoughts and opinions on, if I'm being honest with you guys. So here we are. I finally managed to find a video that I'm actually intrigued and interested in, and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and talk about Love Island. It's a madness. The show is actually chaos, but I think there's beauty in chaos sometimes. There's chaos on the channel too. I think there's beauty in chaos, and I think it makes a lot of the viral moments from the show have been excellent, and it's been fun for me as a viewer to watch. But I hate the misogynistic ways in which a lot of the islanders behave. I hate that there's a lot of fakeness happening between people saying I love you, but you don't love them. You've known each other for 7 business working days and you're telling that person you love them. Hell no. I'm not just saying, oh my god, I love you just because we're both girls. And no, I've said this on my channel before, and I've said this for so many years now, not in a way to be mean, but in a way to be honest. A lot of the women on this show have set themselves up. From the first time Huda did a madness, these women should have told her off. None of that, just defending her because you're a girl. Bitch, I don't support women's wrongs and rights. I support the rights only. Wrongs where you call men bitches and you start to move mad. There's literally a reason why she's called Hurricane Huda, by the way. From time when you start to do that, I can't defend it because that is not something that I see as in my character, and I wouldn't want for a friend of mine. You do not go around calling men bitches. To me, it is weird. How would you feel if they flipped it, bopped it, twerk it, and spun it on you and called you a bitch? That would make headlines in the media very differently. And for me, I think there's a lot of things that these women and men need to do better at. A lot of the men need to be better at being honest and just saying it with chest. All of this phony nonsense of not being able to stand on business, but then waiting for your boys to be in front of you for you to stand on business is just really alarming. But I think the show represents exactly where we are. Exactly where Gen Z is, exactly how the dating pool is, okay? So for me as a viewer, I'm watching this chaos unfold. I'm thinking, why is Austin, well, by the time we're watching this video, Austin's not in the villa, but I'm thinking, how did he survive 20-something episodes in this villa? Looking like Bryce Hall and speaking hella slow. Babes, I can't do it, I can't. And I'm so happy he's off the show, booted and whatever. He is a Donald Trump warrior. He loves the color red. He loves wearing red hats and, yeah. The way he spoke to Amaya, guys, this is not going to be a review because I've done that over on my second channel, but when you're just heated and then certain things just live in your head rent free, Austin, get out my head, please. You're actually so annoying. The way he just shakes his ass and people, nobody cares. Anyways, enough about Austin, but can you tell I'm triggered? Yeah. Sierra was someone that I was rooting for. We were all rooting for you. In the words of Tyra Banks, we were rooting for you. Sierra came on our screen and we thought she was just this, cutesy little girl. She was always the best dressed in the villa and she was, exploring Nicholas. Neek. Okay, so speaking of Nick, quick side note, this is his reaction when Alandria chose to couple up with him. God, I love them so much. But my goodness, Sierra was dumped how many hours before? Doing a little tap dance is crazy. It was great to watch her on screen, but then things started to come out. Before the slurs came out, it was people saying, this is very interesting how she's friends with previous Islanders from different seasons, or how she is friends with a lot of influencers. For instance, she went to high school with Brooke Schofield, the lady who literally had a lot to say about black people, and you doubled down and then got dragged even more and probably still doesn't like black people, but is only apologizing because, oh my goodness, I have to. Can't piss off the blacks again. That's probably what she's thinking, right?
Love Island is not even comparable. But I started it last night because my friend Sierra is on it and I love it. Like I said, Sierra is my friend from high school and college. I live for her. She was born to be a bombshell. Like, this is exactly what she's supposed to do with her life.
This is the shit that she was fucking tweeting in high school. Disgusting, fucking vile ass shit. The fact that Sierra is okay with being friends with somebody like that says everything. And for a minute, I was like, let me give her the benefit. Maybe Brooke is lying on her ass. I don't know if Brooke just wants to drag her down with her. But no, she's still following her ass. So it's like, girl, you at least thought it was okay enough to state mutuals. We all know what the fuck this girl said. Like, it was literally everywhere. So yeah, Sierra's not any better than these LA ignorant ass influencers in my opinion. Birds of a feather flock together, and baby, who you are friends with says everything about you. Not to mention this friend of hers, and I say that loosely, girl, because this is a horrible fucking friend. The way she's running that damn account is not doing Sierra any favors. Saying weird shit about Alandria on Sierra's Instagram account and then popping up in a fucking bonnet. Like, this is the company you keep, Sierra? Damn, bitch. You really ain't shit.
And they still are actively both following each other. So it's not like a thing where she just went to high school with Brooke Schofield and that's that. Like, they don't talk anymore. Like, it's not like someone posted a yearbook photo and Brooke Schofield was there and Sierra was there. Like, no, they still are actively, you know, speaking. And Brooke has even come out to, like, big up Sierra prior to the whole, you know, C-word slander. But one thing they both have in common is that they love a good slur. To me, it is very mind-boggling how you just love a slur. If you love a slur, get out of here. Like, I'm just gonna tell you straight up, get out of here. There's no place for you over here. You are a different type of breed. Like, it is so mind-boggling. The thing about Sierra is that she didn't just do it once. It was a double homicide. Like, bitch, you really went bam bam. Now, I've seen people say stuff like, you know what, she didn't mean it, it's not a big deal. First and foremost, you are not Asian, therefore you should not be accepting an apology or feeling like, oh, this apology is good enough because, hey, it's not for you. It's not your place. It's the same way, like, when someone says the N-word and then you've got white creators saying like, oh my God, but we forgive her. Girl, ain't nobody talking about you. Like, respectfully, to the left, sit this one out. It's not every day, it's not always your fight, is what I'm trying to say. It's not always your fight and you're not always directly involved, okay? Can you have an opinion? Sure. But I don't think that I can go ahead as someone who isn't Asian to go and say, oh my God, her, you know, like, it was years ago. Oh my God, she was young, she didn't know any better. Excuse me? Do you know how stupid I look saying something like that? But that's the videos that I've seen on TikTok of people defending Sierra. Why are you defending someone who doesn't even know you exist? She did something offensive, not only once, but twice. And the thing is, though, Love Island kicked out Yulissa. The first episode, she was scooted and booted off the screen. And if I'm being real, I don't like her energy. Something is just off of her. Her going on a podcast and saying the N-word so casually means that this is literally in her vocabulary.
Right, you fuck my perfect, but that's it. Like, now I'm fucking my is my.
And I don't want to hear people say, oh my God, but she's from Florida. This is the way Floridians act.
Okay, listen. Okay, shut the up.
I don't want to hear this ish. I don't care if you're from Florida, Argentina, Italy, bitch. I don't like that. I don't like that. Even me, as a black woman myself, I'm not out here like just casually saying the N-word like, yo, like, it's just weird to me. She was on that podcast saying it with chest. She was saying it with chest and she didn't say it once, not twice. Should we keep going? Not 3 times. She kept going and going and going and going and going. I feel like Love Island needs to do a background search, like a background check, a CRB check. Babes, what are you doing? Are we just scouting people because we think they're good looking, even though a lot of the people in that villa need to get out, like Taylor? Oh, I have a lot of thoughts about him, but we're not talking about him when it comes to today's conversation, okay? Because for once, he didn't do anything wrong. Yulissa, I think it's about keeping the same energy. If Love Island didn't do anything with Yulissa, then they wouldn't have done anything with Sierra, but the pressure was on because you scooted and booted Yulissa out, and rightfully so. At the end of the day, she has this disgusting energy. She has this disgusting energy where it just, as soon as she came on screen, I hate to be judgmental, but babes, I feel like we all low-key are. Sometimes you just get this energy, sometimes you get this vibe from someone that it's just like, you know what, you're not my type of person. And you can still appreciate someone like that. Maybe they're not your type of person, but you can still appreciate them for being on your screen and having their moment. But for me, as soon as I saw Yulissa, it's not that I suspected that she was racist, because that would be a lie. I never suspected that. But just the way that she would be talking, and I don't know, like her even taking Shelly from Ace, like I get it, it's a dating show, but like even the way she would behave after that, I was just thinking like, oh, I think I know what's going on here, because I've seen this happen in real life. I've seen this happen in the real world, as Love Island people would say. These Love Island shows, like, can I pull you for a chat? Babes, no one says that in real life. Should we sit around a fire pit? Babes, there is no fire pit. Like, where are you finding a fire pit in London? Are you guys married off? Like, these Love Island words to me is so funny, because who's actually speaking like that? Can I pull you for a chat? So where's your head at? Like, what? Who says that? A lot of people behave like this, where in real life, a lot of people who are not black, they love a black man. They love a black man through and through. Now, do they love black women? Absolutely not. They don't like the black woman. They like the black man. For different reasons, I don't know if we can get on into, right? Now, loving a black man, there's nothing wrong with. You can have a type, you can love what it is that you like, but to me, I automatically knew what this was going to be. From the way that she just treated Shelly in that whole Ace situation. And imagine if she stayed, I feel like she would have been even more toxic. There's just something off about her energy. Even the way that she speaks, I'm just like, ugh. And it's not even just that. It's one thing for me to have that opinion, right? Whilst her being on the show for like, what, less than 24 hours. It's the aftermath of it. It's, you know, people wondering what happened to Yulissa, and then, you know, resurface podcasts of her saying the N-words and sitting back casually and just saying the N-word like it is the word like. Do you know how mad that is? I need you to understand, we need to come together as a congregation, yeah? Ooh, I feel like speaking in tongues. Do you know how mad that is? No. Some of you guys don't know how mad that is, because it's normalized for you. You think, okay, the next person's going to get cancelled for saying the N-word. No, don't. Let me take my hair out this hairband, because bitch, I'm pissed. Yulissa to me has this nasty energy, and what she's been doing since then is teasing people like, okay guys, get ready. I'm going to go ahead and go live and tell you guys exactly why I was kicked off. Bitch, nobody cares about you. You can be gone for all I care, and not in the way where it's like, I ain't talking about that. That's nasty. I'm not talking about that. And I don't know you like that. But her energy is just so off-putting. And the fact that she's trying to like also sue one of my creator friends for reporting on the story and bringing light to it because it's very much necessary. Your plan of action is to sue. It is not everyday sue. And baby, let's be very clear. Do you have the time? Well, you might have the time, because bitch is giving jobless with the way that you're constantly on the internet. I don't think you guys understand. Yulissa to me is one of those people who just likes to like cling on to a moment. Your time was gone from the episode 1. We're now in episode, what, 20, like maybe even 30 something. Like, we've left you. You've been dropped. Take the L. Keep it stepping. To me, you constantly saying, guys, I'm going to tell you guys the real reason. We know the real reason why your ass got off of Love Island. I don't know who made you so comfortable saying the N-word, but from over here, people with common sense, we don't need that from you. And the thing is, you are actively saying it at your big age. At your big age. This was not just a slip. Even if it was a slip, it's like, babe, how do you randomly slip the word N-word out of all the words in the flipping dictionary in the world? Now, Sierra's more of the recent case. Sierra, to me, I'm gonna be honest with you, I was actually quite surprised. Everyone's capable of anything, right? But I was quite surprised because we are so far in the competition. And I really think Sierra thought she was going to win it with Nick. I think that she thought she was one of the strongest couples alongside TJ and Iris. But obviously TJ's ass is out the villa because he's boring and keeps repeating the same lines to different women because he's that boring, by the way. I'm telling you guys, you need to go and check out my second channel because I really give you guys these reviews as is, because a lot of these people that piss me off, visible representation of the dating world in 2025. Like, if you are actively out here dating and you're going on dates with people, you're meeting these guys, you're meeting these girls, whoever it is, a lot of people are just meh. A lot of people, you come across a bunch of TJs who, they don't really offer much. They just don't, okay? I really do think Sierra thought she was going to win it. And if I'm being real with you, if she stayed and we didn't know about X, Y, and Z and all of that problematic past, I really think she would have definitely been top 3. In fact, I'm confident she would have been top 3. I think that she would constantly get voted. A lot of people liked Sierra. A lot of people loved her outfits. A lot of people loved the way that she would sit down with Huda and just keep it real. A lot of people loved how she would, you know, constantly go after the girls if they were crying, or if something was wrong, Sierra would be at the scene of the crime, right? So a lot of people respected her for that. But of course, with, you know, these things coming out from her, it's not cool. And if I'm being real with you, it made it worse. Brooke Schofield defending, not defending her for the whole C-word situation, but Brooke Schofield coming out to say, you know, Sierra's my girl. It's like, I don't like you.
Because my friend Sierra is on it, and I love it. Like I said, Sierra is my friend from high school and college. I live for her. She was born to be a bombshell. Like, this is exactly what she's supposed to do with her life.
I don't like you, Brooke Schofield. I don't like you. It's one thing to take accountability because something genuinely, like, you actually know where you've gone wrong, but Brooke Schofield still goes on her podcast and says stuff like, well, maybe I shouldn't speak because people don't. No. Just, you're still blaming people for your own actions. That's the thing. And that's the thing about a lot of these LA girlies. Respectfully, they love a good N-word. They love a good slur. They love a good slur. They would probably caption a photo slurralicious if they could. If that was socially acceptable, they probably would. To my knowledge, I think Sierra is Latina, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't know. I thought she was actually Indian when I first saw her. But then when I saw the last name, I was like, okay, cool. And then I think I saw more people like post about her background, ethnicity and all of that. But she looks like the girl from Never Have I Ever. I just assumed that she was like Asian. So she's not. And it's just a lot of weirdness happening with Sierra's situation because whilst I've already dragged the hell out of Yulissa, and that was just like a little fraction of it, because for me, the Yulissa thing, I keep saying it because she tried to sue Love Island, allegedly, because they didn't take Sierra off the show. So she was like, okay, well, if you guys are taking me off the show, then you need to take off Sierra. And if I'm being real, she's right with that. Like, there's not much I'm going to give her, but for that, she's correct. 100%. There's no reason to take off one person, but you still keep Sierra. And what we saw Love Island do was kind of like remove the amount of times we saw Sierra to now she's just gone. Sierra's Instagram handler, because I used to follow Sierra, right? Because like I said, she was one of those girls that I loved from Love Island. She gave what needed to be gave, right? The handlers and the captions were always great. And then it got to a point of cockiness. Now, of course, Sierra can't see what it is that her friends are posting. But to me, the handler got way too comfortable. And I don't know you like that. But from the things that I can see with my people, with my brown eyes, bitch, I wasn't too pleased. So basically, when Nick Olandria episode 21 is engraved in my head. Nick and Olandria, I fear they might be my winners. And I can't vote because I'm from the UK, but if I could vote, I fear they are my winners. There is no real ass couple in that villa, so I might as well just give them the 100k and make it do what it do, alright? When it came to Nick and Olandria and that whole situation where Love Island brought them back, also the season is just a mess, but you know what? I live for the whole Shonda Rhimes moment we got with that, and we're still currently getting. Like, long live Nick Olandria stands, because apparently being delusional gets us somewhere. Okay? So when that was happening, the handler, Sierra's handler, right, who was like, you know, taking over her account or whatever, they did something where to other people it may seem like, oh, okay, well that was just like it's still weird. It doesn't matter who you are, right? It was still a weird comment. Do you guys remember when she said something about how Nick is moving on to the next shiniest thing? Okay, so just for a little bit of context, she doesn't like Nick, is very obvious. She refers to him as like a meatball. Now, of course, if it's your friend on TV and the guy that she's supposed to be with also has eyes for someone else, you're not going to like it, so that's fair. She says, last night hard launched my villain arc. C is way too cool, calm and collected to have one of those. I, on the other hand, well, let's just say I don't possess the same poise and etiquette that our princess does. That's why she's on TV and I'm cackling over my laptop writing Sierra and Shelley fanfiction. In bed, a girl can dream. Am I surprised Mummy's little meatball has kissed yet another girl in the villa? No. I've noticed since episode 2 that this meatball turns his head towards any shiny thing that walks by. Girl, what? Like, what? This is a reality show. Why why are we doing all this? And if I'm being real, she didn't have the same energy for any other woman. She didn't. None of the captions, like, you didn't have the same energy for any other woman that Nick was interested in. So to me, when you did that, I was just kind of like, ooh, maybe she saw the edits people were making about Nicolandria. I don't know. But to me, that rubbed me a wrong way. And I remember seeing a couple of people on Twitter say the same thing when this post was published on the 27th of June. So this is around the time where they will be coming back for recoupling, I think, after they had just gone to Casa Amor. And then, like, Sierra not minding the fact that Nick kissed Olandria because it's Olandria. What do you mean by that? Do you mean because she's one of your girlies, so you know that she would be honest about it, even though they both practically lied in your face? Or do we mean something different here? Because the thing is, when someone is now doing the whole sluralicious thing of using slurs, doing madness, if I'm being real with you, if you said the C-word slur, can I, you might have even said worse. Do you know what I mean? And my thing is, but if you're comfortable with saying that online, you don't see a problem with it, which means you probably said worse behind closed doors and kiki and cackling with your friends. No shade. And I get it, you can be annoyed because, oh my god, that's my friend on TV and Nick is meant to be treating her good. But for me, I've never seen, in my years of watching Love Island UK specifically, I've never seen a handler do something as messy and as mean as that, if I'm being real. Like, you've already portrayed in previous post that you're not a fan of Nick, so to bring Olandria in it without actually mentioning her name was mean. Like, it was weird, very weird to me. I don't know what it is with these LA girls and, you know, these white women, because she showed who she was. She's a white woman, the handler. She's taken a picture of, she's a white woman, and she's had to step down. She stepped down because she couldn't take it. Now, I do not condone death threats. I know what it's like to get death threats over having an opinion on a celebrity. Death threats aren't cool. They're disgusting. And there's a special place in hell for you. Death threats is too extreme. You can dislike someone, you can have an opinion, but to leave death threats is so unnecessary. If you don't like someone, unfollow them. It's really as simple as that. If you don't like what someone has to say, you can dislike a video and you can keep it pushing. To leave death threats and basically talk about how somebody should literally unalive themselves is nasty. It's nasty. And people are too comfortable with being nasty. Okay, two wrongs don't make a right. Okay guys, so I've just been editing today's video and I wanted to go and say that, like, touching on the point I just made, you can have your opinion, you can feel what she's done is questionable and wrong, and you can choose to not F with her and never want to see her ever again on your screen or social media, whatever it is. You can choose all those things, but, like, death threats is just too extreme. And, like, say your piece and go. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of people don't understand. You never know someone's limits. Like, yes, she was hella wrong, and that's what this video is about. Very wrong for that. But you never know where her mental state is at and what she could do next. There's been plenty of deaths. People who've literally unalived themselves, taken their own lives because of the show and what it is that they had to endure and the bullying and the scrutiny. She's done a madness and Love Island have kicked her off. Let that be that. I feel like people are just dragging it even more. Like, let the lesson be the lesson. But dragging it constantly and trying to, like, dox her, find out who her parents are, all of that messy stuff, to me, is just vile. And it makes you horrible. It really does make you horrible. And I don't think it doesn't need to hit the extreme of that. We're allowed to all chat and gist about how we feel about certain things. But death threats, really, guys, take it easy. Take it easy. Omo, rest. Put your phone down. Touch grass. Like, girl, you're doing too much. I was gonna say respectfully, but no, disrespectfully. You're doing too much. Please don't let this get any wilder than it already is. Everyone just calm the flip down. Like, what's done now is done. Let that be. Let's keep it stepping. This makes a greater conversation, which is what we're having today, but I don't know, it's just a bit bizarre. And also, allegedly, Sierra doesn't know why she's been kicked off. I don't think she's been given her phone yet. I guess as I'm making this video, she probably has been given her phone, but she ain't gonna make no statement straight away. I mean, I don't think that would be the smartest thing. I mean, yes, but also, like, girl, go and see your family. Like, and this is not a thing of, like, trying to make her the victim, because she's not in this situation. She's not. She's offended a group of people, and they're all pissed, and they're allowed to be pissed. But everyone, I beg, just stop now. Like, let's just stop, enjoy what's left of the show, continue having these important conversations, but none of that deaf-ish stuff, because that's just, like, it's really grimy to me. You guys did it with Shelly as well. Leaving a death threat because she has an opinion is wild. Now, what's even wilder is people saying, but there's nothing wrong with saying the C word. Ooh? All right, let me just pretend let me get a bit close. What did you say? I do just want to go ahead and also state that a lot of the school systems all over the world need to do better at informing students why words are not acceptable to say. There are some words you just cannot say. They're slurs for a meaning. They're offensive for a meaning. Teach that. I feel like a lot of the school system is recycled. There's nothing new in the curriculum. But that's still not an excuse though, because in my school, I'm sure they were teaching outdated things, or let me not say outdated things, but they were teaching things that they taught 10 years ago also. A lot relevant, some not relevant as much anymore. And it's about being real and teaching these things because it's going to get people in trouble. Now, with that being said though, and it isn't an excuse, because I remember when I was in school, they didn't really teach about the, you know, the prejudice and racism that Asian people face. It's something that I just kind of knew. I figured out and I worked out, and I guess it's also due to my parents teaching me about these things and really sitting me down and sitting my family down, which is something that not everybody has. But also, I think a huge chunk of it came from social media. It came from learning through social media, because it is possible for you to learn through social media. The thing is, a lot of people just don't want to. So there's plenty of issues here. We can blame it on X, Y, and Z, but also we've got to want to do the work. And a lot of people just don't. They don't want to educate themselves. They're happy with being in their little bubble of ignorance. Now, check out what it is Sierra's parents had to say. They said, "We've seen the posts, the headlines, the hurt, and the hate. And while Sierra hasn't seen any of it, we have. And so have people who love her. We're not here to justify or ignore what's surfaced. We understand why people are upset, and we know accountability matters. But what's happening online right now has gone far beyond that. The threats, the cruel messages, the attacks on her family, her friends, even her supporters. Girl, who's attacking her supporters? Like, girl, you just made that up. Anyways, it's heartbreaking. It's uncalled for, and no one deserves that kind of hate, no matter what mistake they've made." While Sierra's not in the villa anymore, she's still away. She hasn't had the chance to process any of this or speak for herself. But we know our daughter. We know her heart. And when she returns, we believe she'll face this with her honesty, growth, and grace. While she'll always be our little girl, she's also a woman. One who will take responsibility in her own time and her own voice. Until then, we're simply asking for compassion, for patience, for basic human decency, not just for her, but for everyone caught in the middle of this. Thank you to those who've continued to show love, even when it's not easy. With love, her family. I've seen people say, this statement is horrible, she's not taking it. Are you guys not listening? This is the parents speaking. This is the parents. They are doing what it is that parents are going to do. Whether their child is right, wrong, whatever it is, this is what the parents are going to do. They are going to defend their child, but also, I don't think they did anything wrong with that statement. I think that statement was the most, like, the only acceptable statement a parent would make, especially with dealing all of this right now. It would be weird. I think people expected the parents to throw full on shade to their daughter, which is crazy because she's coming home to them, no? She's going to have conversation with them, no? Like, she's going to be talking to them and seeing them before we even see her on our screen, right? So let's just use our common sense here. Whilst we do not like what it is that Sierra has done and we do not respect it, it doesn't mean that the parents should throw her under the bus. I think they've made the statement as best as they possibly can by saying that, you know, okay, you know, they're going to defend their child by saying that she's made mistakes. Sure, right? They are even taken off guard, caught off guard. Sure, they've said that. So it's like, what more do you want them to say? I don't understand. Do you like to expect the parents, her own flesh and blood, to throw her on the bus fully? A lot of you guys are mad. Like, it really is a madness. And now there's a video of Huda, like, I guess lip syncing to a song that has the N-word in there. Tell that nigga that you cheated with, that nigga ain't me. What? That nigga ain't. The internet is kind of divided on this one because people are saying it doesn't sound like she actually said the N-word. It sounds like she actually skipped out on that word specifically. But then you've also got people saying stuff like whenever there would be another song that she'll lip sync to on TikTok, she would deliberately skip it, which I'll show you guys in this clip. So I don't know. However, the video has just magically disappeared from her TikTok account. So, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. Okay guys, so before I go ahead and wrap up this video, I want to go ahead and talk about the fact that the giveaway hasn't happened yet. I've got a few questions of people asking me, has the giveaway happened yet? Like, what's going on with it? Now, I know I did tell you guys that it was going to be in June, but I'm honestly just a perfectionist. Like, I'm not a perfectionist of much in life, but when it comes to giving gifts and making sure things are perfect, I want to make sure it's really good. So I've actually been ordering more things, especially because it's going to be more than one winner. I want to make sure like it's jam-packed. But the thing is, because it's an international giveaway and because it's going to be multiple winners, it basically means my bank is going to be affected from the shipping cost. But you know what, baby? It is what it is, okay? I just want to give you guys stuff because, like, I don't know, I just feel like I love receiving gifts and I love when it's like well thought out and actual good gifts. So that's why I'm just really taking my time with it. So I do apologize that it didn't happen last month, but it definitely is going to happen this month. I want to say closer to the ending of the month. So I know it sounds like it's far away, but baby, time is going. Okay, time is going. Don't you worry. I want it to be meaningful. And I guess I am kind of in my head because technically I could give away the things that I have now, but I just want to add more. I want it to be better and I want it to be things that people are actually going to use and utilize in their everyday. So yes, it is going to be an Instagram giveaway in case you guys aren't aware. All you have to do for now is pretty much just follow me over on Instagram. It's Itzkeisha_. It will be on the screen for you guys right now. Go ahead, give me a cheeky little follow. And once the instructions are out on how you guys can actually win the giveaway, that will be posted on my Instagram, so make sure you guys are on the lookout. But yeah, I definitely want to do more giveaways and give back to you lovely people because I mean, why the hell not? Do you know what I mean? I feel like giving back is a sign of being humble, and I really want to practice that because I think I'm pretty humble for the most part. I feel like I'm always appreciative of my platform, of you guys as well, and I do not take it for granted, not in the slightest, to be honest. So yeah, it's gonna be lit. Did I just say lit in 2025? Well, at least I'm not saying a slur. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and wrap up this video. Anyways, I want to see your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. I've been your hostess, Keisha, and I'll catch you guys real soon for a brand new video. Bye.